Episode 10, The Trap in Silence. The market was quieter that night, not in volume. Voices still called from every stall. Bells chimed, children laughed as they chased paper birds down crooked lanes. But beneath it all was a hush, a silence that threaded between sounds like a spider's web. Liora felt it tug at her ribs every time she breathed. Elias noticed too. His hand lingered near his blade, though he never drew it. "Stay close," he muttered. She did. The lamps above them burned low, their glass dull, their flames stretching tall as if trying to see something beyond reach. Leora's coin pressed against her thigh, restless. Its heat came in fits, then cooled, as if it were sniffing the air. They turned into a lane she didn't remember choosing. The stalls here were wrong. Tables stripped bare, cloths folded neat and unused. Empty chairs faced one another across the stones, their shadows long and waiting. No merchant spoke, yet eyes glimmered from the darkness, pairs and pairs of them, too reflective, like polished mirrors. "Elias," she began, "I know." His jaw was tight. "Keep moving." The lane narrowed as they walked, though she could swear the walls hadn't been there before. Each step closed them in, pressing forward with no space to turn. The crowd outside dimmed to nothing, and then the silence deepened. Not absence of sound, something heavier, like a blanket pressed to the face of the world. Elias stumbled. He caught himself on the edge of a chair, breathing hard. "Are you hurt?" "No." He shook his head, but his eyes were unfocused. "Just forgot." "Forgot what?" His brow furrowed. "What you said. A moment ago, I didn't say anything." He stared at her, confusion flickering, then shook it off and kept walking. His pace was faster now, but his steps dragged, as if each one cost more than the last. The market was pulling him. They reached a stretch where the lane ended at a blank wall of iron. Flat, seamless, featureless, but for a single seam like a door that would not open. The shadows thickened at their backs. Liora turned and saw them. Dark shapes pooled under the chairs, reaching long across the stones toward Elias. "Elias!" He drew his blade, its steel catching what little light remained. The shadows recoiled, but slowly, reluctantly, as though savoring his resistance. "Don't bargain," he rasped. "Not here. Not with him." Her coin pulsed, scalding hot. Symbols crawled across its face, begging to be spoken. She clutched it tight, forcing her hand shut. "Stay still," Elias growled. "If it answers here, it answers to the collector." The silence pressed harder. Leora's thoughts felt muffled, words sinking before they reached her tongue. Beside her, Elias staggered, his lips moving soundlessly as though some memory were being stolen before he could give it shape. Then, her aunt's voice, clear, warm, from the wall itself. "Liora, child, don't be afraid. Come through." Her chest ached. Aunt Faye's laugh was gone, stolen by the bell, but her voice, here it was, calling so close she could almost touch it. Elias grabbed her arm. His fingers dug hard. "Not her," his eyes blazed. "It's bait." The wall shivered. A seam opened like reeds woven too loosely. A door appeared where none had been. The voice inside coaxed, "This way." Quickly, before it closes, the shadows pressed nearer. Elias's blade shook in his hand. The silence grew so loud it felt like her ears would bleed. The coin screamed in her palm, without sound, just heat and pressure, ready to speak, to bargain, to save. Liora forced her fist closed. "No," she whispered to herself, to the coin, to the market. "Not yours." The shadows faltered, just for a breath. The reed door flickered, the false voice thinning, and then the silence broke. A lantern far behind them flared, golden light rushing down the lane. The chairs rattled, eyes vanished into shadow, and the iron wall split wide to reveal another street. Merchants bustled, oblivious, as if nothing had happened at all. Elias shoved her through first, then followed. His breath came ragged, his face pale. He sheathed his blade with a shaking hand. "What was it?" she asked. He didn't look at her. "A trap. For me? For both of us. But mostly me." His mouth was tight. "The collector doesn't chase. He waits, he studies, then he takes the thing you swore never to give." Liora shivered. The market behind them was already shifting, folding away the empty lane like a dream not meant to be remembered. Her coin cooled, its symbols fading to stillness. She slid it back into her pocket, heart still racing. The market hadn't hunted them. Not yet. It was waiting.